Hello, welcome to the Star Card Tarot. This is Karen with messages in tarot tonight. Two words, one word, streamline or streamlined, and one word, atomize. So streamlined was I was really getting the sense of, you know, dealing with only what you need to be dealing with, everything else to the side. Whether you discard or walk away or push things to the side or never use them again or reserve them for later, but just like a streamlined flow, something very precise, very focused point, cutting away excess, cutting away extra distractions, and atomize. That word came and it reminds me of like when you dispense perfume or a spray. It's like there's a mass of, say, liquid, and then it disperses into many fragments. So those words came up. So I'm going to start with some of these Louise Hay cards, see if there's any interesting messages, any cool, uncool, whatever, take it or leave it. However it comes, however it flows, any kind of messages for us, anything that jumps out, anything that's kind of good for us to know. It says, lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. Lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. It says, I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever from experience to experience. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever from experience to experience. Get some shuffle on. Shuffle these really good. I hope you've all been doing well. I think I say this just about every time. There's always some interesting energies and I guess energies to navigate. And so we've had so many planets been going retrograde, which can be a big deal for some people, depending on their natal charts. It can be a big deal for people ending cycles. So much good energy. But I'm really thankful that the energy is the way it is. Because, at any rate, when a planet goes retrograde, it's meaning that it appears as if the planet is going backwards in the atmosphere. It's not, but it's the planet is being described as it's not as powerful. So the other day, I believe was the first time I've noticed when Jupiter went retrograde, was the first time I've noticed that feeling. I was been, like I'd say, riding this really wonderful wave of happiness and joy and bliss and just, good tidings, good everything, and just keeping that going. And then Jupiter went retrograde, and I hadn't really thought about that. I hadn't been really looking at my astrology or looking at that. And I noticed one day it was like, like even though I was still in good spirits, there wasn't that verve, or there wasn't that push, or there wasn't that spark, or that excitement, or that something. And I was like, I bet you that's because Jupiter slowed down. So that's where we have to muster it up ourselves, right? We have to encourage our higher learning, our giving energy, on all those wonderful things that Jupiter kind of represents. And that's just one example. I mean, we've been going through the Venus retrograde, and that's always a trip. Sometimes you don't think about it, and then by the end of it, it's like, what? It takes you on a mind bend. So that's kind of fun. At least it keeps life exciting. It keeps things moving, right? And that's always nice. So any more messages or anything good for us to know, anything important for us to know about? This little stack seems to want to flow. Hanged Man, or the Hermit. So that often indicates the internal journey and following one's intuition. Sometimes it's a bit of a quest. And it's always yourself, finding yourself, keeping in tune with yourself, that self-actualization. And then finding that you go through some hardships of the journey and the culmination of it, and realizing that you can accomplish it when you look back. The hindsight of the things is really, the mark of your maturity. So I feel like there's maturity, spiritual maturity. Strength card in reverse, the Sun reversed, 3 of Pentacles in reversed. So there seems like a little bit of a slowdown for I'm not going to say positivity, but like say mental strength and fortitude, higher and lower mind. There's been a little bit of a slowdown on that too. Well, again, Jupiter went retrograde. So again, if you're not naturally just feeling that in the environment and kind of jiving with that or flowing with that, you're going to have to pull it from yourself. There's also a 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups reverse, 2 of Swords, Hanged Man reverse, and 4 of Cups. So ending, or like say bookending, we started with the Hermit, but then there's the 4 of Cups. It's like this apathy of not feeling enticed, not feeling enthusiastic. Seems like definitely there's some thought processes going on. And time's coming to an end. It's time to make some decisions and no more waiting around. So there, it seems like there's a few elements or behaviorisms that have slowed down. Knight of Cups reverse. Either messages or tidings haven't come through, or you haven't been sending them out. But I think that's because it's kind of on a fence of something. Really sitting on the fence. It's exciting because the Hanged Man would have been waiting, but it showed up in reverse. So it's really telling me once you clear this decision, there's no more waiting around. And there's also no waiting for scraps. So I'm going to see more about the Two of Swords. What is this decision-making process? What's surrounding that? Ace of Swords and a Five of Swords in reverse. It's like you have clarity, but it's like you're trying to extract yourself from being the bad guy, if that makes sense. Are you guys being manipulative? What's going on out there? So, the decision. Two ideas, two thought processes going on. Clarity and not wanting to be the bad guy, basically. I can't say that you guys are trying to be manipulative. That was just me joking. But sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes if you have to tell the truth or relay the truth or present the truth, sometimes it will present you, or you will be portrayed as the bad guy. Again, don't shoot the messenger type of thing. It's but the thing to keep in mind is definitely you're the one in control at the moment. You're the one to call the shots. And sometimes, every time the truth is most important. Again, after this hurdle gets through, things will be flowing. You won't be waiting around. You won't feel stuck. You won't feel this way or that way. And I feel like for some reason this is kind of pointing out to me right now, this Four of Cups. It's kind of reminding me or making me think about not accepting the facade, not accepting the painted faces, and not accepting mediocrity in any kind of way. No more mediocrity, because this is why you're going inside yourself on this journey within yourself, seeing what you're made of, right? And it's nice because all of these behaviorisms have slowed down. It's kind of like, say, that mind chatter, and, nothing less will do. And now I just got that song, Rump Shaker, Rex and Effects. All I want to do is just zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your rump. Freedom. Doing what you want to do. Following your North Star. Following your own self, your own star. You are a star. Following your own light. Ten of Wands. You're at the end of your thought processes. Or not thought processes, but like your inspiration. You got lots of really, really, really great ideas. And there's a lot, and maybe that's why that word streamlined came up. You've come to the end of this cycle where you've got so many inspirations, so many thoughts, so many seeds that you could potentially plant. And streamlining and, prioritizing now that you can begin a new cycle. Which one of these good ideas are you going to start with, or which few of these are you going to start with? And there you go.